It's her fault. She works for the city.
It's Neil's
fault. No, it's the
fault.
Alderman's fault. We were going to bring the narrative for the plaque that we're going to be presenting to Rainbow Apparel. I recalled very distinctly the Alderman, Streets and Sand, and I believe the commander, no, Maryland. We were in front of the former Walgreens at 9101 watching Rainbow burn as everyone on the south side, even Hyde Park, realized, because the smoke and soot was tremendous all over the south side. And the Alderman's comment was, well, do you have any developers? Because this is a travesty when Woolworth's building burned down, but it's also an opportunity, the Alderman said. And we took that and ran with it. As Rainbow rebuilt that building at their cost, we gently coaxed them to consider green development. And the result was there. It is a LEED certified building. Now what we've done from that point is we're meeting with potential retailers and developers. That's the first thing out of the city, the Alderman, and the Chamber's mouths. Would you consider green development designs? And we're getting very positive response from potential retail and mixed-use developers along commercial. And to top that off, we've been working with our current property owners. We had 23 of them at a meeting this week, and there are funds available for through the TIF called the Small Business Improvement Fund and the city's facade program. Would you consider, if you're replacing your roof, going the extra mile and consider a green roof design? And we have some funding resources provided from the state and the feds for that particular initiative. And we have 7 waiting for that meeting in 2 weeks with the state treasurer's office. So we're consciously pushing redevelopment, but at the same time maximizing that redevelopment. And we're currently working with 13 developers on the southeast side to make sure that that's incorporated in the design as well. So I wish I could sit here and read you the certificate that the Alderman was supposed to bring, or Marilyn, or Angela, somebody was supposed to bring.
He's the one who has the plaque, you know.
I think it was me, but we will be presenting it in the middle of May during that month, and we'll have a ceremony with Rainbow USA Incorporated and Victory Pathways, the senior buildings on 92nd and Harbor, the cul-de-sac, that also have green roofs and LEED
silver
certification.
Right.
We need to recognize those people because it costs a pretty penny to go that extra mile. So thank you. Oh, you want to say something?
Just one more thing.
Remember now, it's her and the Alderman that didn't bring it, not me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Everything that goes wrong, we did it. Everything goes right, you did it. The only thing I wanted to add is the next steps on the LEED neighborhood development is the Alderman and I will be meeting with zoning, and we actually want to get this to Plan Commission. So this would be an overlay district similar to the Lakefront Protection Ordinance that would say if somebody tries to pull a permit in this area, they'd say, oh, you're in the LEED neighborhood development. You need to go talk to the Alderman and Department of Community Development because you'll be doing a LEED building. And honestly, that's the kind of people we're attracting. I gave this talk yesterday, and a very large developer told me as soon as he's done with his current project, he wants to come and talk to us about doing a LEED development here. So the more word we get out, the better it is for the community, and the stronger we make the green support within the area. Thanks.
Thank you. So, glitches. It isn't their fault. I just like to find some things like that. It's always my fault. Murphy's Law. But I hope all our troublemakers will always be troublemakers of the caliber that we were just listening to. Okay, what's next? This, I think, is probably one of the most important things that we'll be doing today. no matter what state the economy is in, and the economy isn't in a good state right now, but no matter what state the economy is in, you need volunteers. Because if you don't have volunteers, the community isn't really involved. Because we have economic problems, the volunteers are even more important than they would normally be. But you have to have volunteers to make it work. Otherwise, it isn't the community's work. So, it's my pleasure now to introduce the Claretian Associates Executive Director, Angela Herlock, who will be providing awards to community members who deserve recognition today. Angela.
Good morning, everyone. I'm actually going to ask the alderman and Joanne Popple, who is actually running a video camera right now. She can stay down there. Kevin,
I'll hold it.
stay here with us. And then also Neil to come up to help me present these awards, because I think it's just fitting that we give recognition to some of our community heroes. Already Kevin has explained to us how the Green Summit came to being and how it's been this thing that has evolved into more than what we ever could have expected over the last 3 years. And a lot of that's happened through community participation. And this year I just really need to give if we could all just give a great hand of applause to Graciela Robledo, who was the head our humble beginnings. I can't even imagine. Honestly, I can remember the first day we talked about the Green Summit. We were in the gym at in the bush at the neighborhood house, and we were there, I think, for a Thanksgiving dinner. And Kevin and Joanne and Neil and I were there, and we were just talking about green things and just how we wanted to showcase all things green. And we wanted to showcase our housing. The Calumet Stewardship Initiative wanted to showcase the things that they were doing out in the Calumet area. Neil just wanted to do anything green in the area. He always wants to showcase the 10th Ward. You know that he truly is born and raised and lives and bleeds and breathes the 10th Ward. But this has just evolved into something so magnificent. And I think this year, really me stepping out and allowing new blood to step in has really been what's made it become even better, because it's a month-long event now, and we can now go and share and enjoy each other's events. And so that's been really great. But I think one of the primary things that we want to focus on is that it is all community-based. These are community members that live here, that work here, that enjoy doing what we do here in the 10th Ward and in the Calumet area at large. And so we wanted to take the time today to just really celebrate two particular community volunteers who have been just mainstays and have once again lived, breathed, bled, the Calumet area. The first of those is Peggy Salazar, and if she could come up here. For those of you who do not know Peggy Salazar, she is a lifelong resident of the Southeast Side, and she's not only a wife, a mother, and a grandmother, but she's been fortunate to have lifelong friends that some of them are sitting in this room. And she actually resides in the Vets Park area, and she started volunteering with the Veteran Parks Improvement Association after moving to the Vets Park area. And she really realized how important it was that we give back to the community in a volunteer nature. And then actually, she loves to volunteer so much, she actually started volunteering for the Southeast Environmental Task Force. Coming in as a volunteer, next she found herself as the vice president, and then when the executive director left, she now is the interim director. And so she really, I think the thing that I can say most about Peggy and that I respect about her most is that she puts her body where her mouth is. That she will not only tell you what she thinks needs to happen, but she will get up and she will do it. She not only volunteers with those two organizations, but she also volunteers with Epic High School, which is a new charter school that opened last year. She's just a fantastic person. If you do not know her, get to know her, because she really loves this area. And she not only loves it with words, but she loves it with actions. So we just wanted to celebrate your community service, not only to the Green Summit, but at large to the community with all the different organizations that you work for. And it says the 10th Ward Green Summit, this certifies that Peggy Salazar has shown merit in the preservation of our planet through action and deeds. Awards of merit given this 30th day of April.
Okay, you got it?
And we have a second award that we'd like to give out.